Hi guys, this is Claudia. If you are interested in applying for college, 2-year college, 4-year college, or trade school, and if you haven't done the Fafsa, which is the free application for federal student aid, this is the purpose of this video. I'm going to show and guide first-time students under 24 years old who are a U.S. citizen or an eligible non-citizen how to apply for financial aid, okay? And what to do if you have a parent or both parents who do not have a legal documents in this country or a valid social security number, okay? So I'm going to do this video entirely in English, then I'm going to do it in Spanish, so just bear with me for a second. Hola, mi nombre es Claudia y el propósito de este video es si estás interesado en inscribirte a una universidad de 2 años, 4 años o una carrera técnica o hacer un certificado de 8, 10, 12 o 14 meses y no has solicitado para el Fafsa, que es la solicitud gratuita de la ayuda federal. Entonces este es el propósito de este video. Me voy a enfocar en los estudiantes menores de 24 años que sean ciudadanos o residentes y que tengan un padre o ambos padres que no tengan un seguro social válido o un estatus migratorio en este país, Estados Unidos. Voy a hacer el video primero en inglés, después lo haré en español, así que bueno, estés en pendiente. So going back to English, I'm going to tell you a little bit first about financial aid. So what is financial aid? It's a free grant from the federal government, specifically from the U.S. Department of Education, to help you pay for education expenses, okay? Who can get federal student aid? You have to be a U.S. citizen, like I said before, a permanent resident. You have to have a high school diploma or GED, or you have to pass a ATB test, and you have to have a valid social security number. And if you're a male between ages 18 to 25, you have to register for selected service, okay? And so let's start. So you're gonna go first. You're gonna have to create a username and a password. So for that, you're gonna go to the fsaid.ed.gov to create the username and password. So they're gonna ask you for your email. You're gonna create the username and password. Then they're gonna ask you for. You have to fill out the. You have to put your social, date of birth, email, address, and then they're gonna ask you 5 challenge questions. Make sure you don't give that information, that personal information, to anybody, okay? The username and password is only pertain to you. So next will be to apply for the Fafsa. You're gonna go to the fafsa.ed.gov, okay? And I'm gonna focus on doing the 2017-2018 Fafsa. If you still haven't done the 2016-2017 Fafsa, then go ahead and do it. Because basically for both 2016, 2017, and 2017-2018, for both Fafsa, you're going to use the same information, meaning you're going to use the 2015 taxes, okay? So keep that in mind. Once you are in the website, the Fafsa, you're gonna go to login. You're gonna put your username and a password. Then you're gonna choose whichever Fafsa you want to do. So in this case, I'm gonna focus on doing the 2017-2018. And then you're gonna click next where it says start your Fafsa. Then you're gonna put a code. It could be a 4-digit number or letters, okay? Then where it says introduction to page 2017-2018 Fafsa, then just click next. Then you're gonna go to where it says student demographic information. Because you already created your username and password, some personal information automatically is gonna transfer to the Fafsa, okay, which is the social, address, date of birth, and then you have to put the remaining information. Then you're gonna click next, and where it says student eligibility, either they're gonna ask you, are you a U.S. citizen, or if you're not, if you're a permanent resident, you have to put the 9 digits of your alien card. And the next one will be, what is the high school completion status that you have. Either you have a high school diploma or GED, And for which did you apply for college before? If you haven't, then just say, you know, this is the first time you're applying for college. The next one will be what type of degree you are applying for. You are applying for a certificate, you're applying for associate, or you're applying for a bachelor's. Okay. The other one would be, are you interested in considering for work study? Work study basically is a program from the government that is paid. Okay. So you can click either yes, no, or don't know. The other one will be, will you have your first bachelor's degree before your begin 2017-2018 school year? You click no, because if this is your first time applying for college, then you don't have a bachelor. And the following will be, if you are in the foster care system, then it's up to you. You just click yes or no. And the other one is they ask you about your parents' education, so you can click either what status of education they have. Next will be the student eligibility continue, okay, which is you have to put your high school diploma if you choose that you have a high school. If by any chance you did your high school diploma in your international country, then where it says, then you're gonna go ahead and put it in, and where it says the state, you're gonna choose the F, which stands for foreign country, and then you're gonna click next. School selection, if you already know the school code, then go ahead and submit it. If not, then you have to look it up by the state, city, and the name of the school you want to attend. Okay, now the dependency determination, if you're gonna click everything no, then you are considered a dependent student. That means that you're going to provide your parents' information. Okay. Next will be so you have to provide the parents' demographic information. So here's where I want to make some clarifications. You're gonna put your parents' information, whether they are married, whether they are single, where it says the social security number. If they don't have a social security number, then just enter zeros. How about if they file taxes and they have a tax ID number? Do not put it in. Just enter zeros, because the tax ID is for tax purpose only. Is not equivalent to a valid social security number. So again, where it says the social, just enter everything zeros. And then they're gonna ask you for your parents' last name, first name, date of birth, and let's see what else. Then go ahead and click next after you're done with that information. Where it says the household size, how many people live with you, including your parents and you. And if you have siblings that are attending college as of now, then include you and your sibling. Okay, your sibling and you. Then go ahead and click next. They're gonna ask you for your parents' tax information. If they didn't file taxes, then just go ahead and say they did not file. If they did file taxes, then you're gonna have to enter the information manually. The adjusted gross income is basically self-explanatory. If you read under the lines, they'll ask you for the adjusted gross income, their earning income, and all that information. Okay. So then the next will be when you finish with putting your parents' information. They ask for the gross adjusted income, the earning income, if they receive any Medicaid or any food stamps or any public assistance, then go ahead and click those. This section do not affect your financial aid at all. Okay. So when you click next, you're gonna go to the student tax information. If you file taxes, then you have to enter already completed, and if you are single, then go ahead, click single. And then I will suggest you to link to the IRS, and then proceed to the IRS site. That means your taxes will automatically transfer from the IRS to the FAFSA. So what you're gonna need to put is just the address, the state, and the zip code, and then submit it. And then your information should appear automatically, okay, from the IRS. And the next step, before you submit the FAFSA, you don't have to worry about your parents' immigration status, because in the FAFSA they do not ask for the parents' immigration status. It was only basically the social security number, okay? But the immigration status, it won't affect your financial eligibility at all. So just go ahead and then submit that information. Meaning, you know, the enter zeros where it says the social. And then the last part where it says sign and submit, you're gonna read the terms and agree. And then we're in the section of your parents here, because you won't create a username and a password for your parents. What you're gonna do is basically click print signature page. So make sure you print that page, and then when you have that page, you don't have to sign it, but your parents have to sign it, either your mom or your dad. And then you're gonna send it to the website that I'm gonna put below, which is the Federal Student Aid Program, PO Box 7656, London, KY 4742. And for the 2017-2018, the maximum that you can qualify for federal student aid will be $5,920. That's the maximum free money you can qualify for. And when you submit your application, when you print out the signature page, what you're gonna do is send it to the address that I told you before, and then you're gonna have to wait between 2 to 3 weeks for them to process, and about 2 business days for the school to get the information. If by any chance you have a question in regards of how to fill out the FAFSA, you can email me at cbahia4@gmail.com. And if you have questions in terms of any future changes in the FAFSA, then you can call them at 1-800-433-3243. Okay, and that's gonna be it as of now. If you think this video, you can share this video if it will help, you know, a friend or family member. Okay, and that's about it.